OpenAI just gave ChatGPT the power to control your workflows, not suggest, not draft, but act. Adobe just dropped AI agents that redefine how companies market, sell, and support customers, and big brands are already using them. ByteDance is going head-to-head with Google in AI image dominance, and Albania just appointed an AI bot as a cabinet minister. Today's AI updates are wild. Let's get into it. Let's start with OpenAI because what they just did is a game changer. Developer mode now supports MCP tools, and that flips the entire interaction model inside out. You're no longer just asking ChatGPT for info. Now you're giving it the keys to actually control tools, update workflows, and execute changes across platforms like Jira, Zapier, CRMs. It becomes a kind of real-time AI operator, something that could live inside a humanoid robot and start managing tasks dynamically without any human touching the keyboard. On developer mode, go into settings, connectors, advanced, done. You can plug in your own MCP servers, and those connectors talk through streaming HTTP or SSE protocols, fully authenticated with OAuth if needed. From there, ChatGPT can actually act right to systems, not just read from them. It can modify a customer record, update a code file, launch a workflow chain, or sync tools across departments just based on your prompt. But here's where it gets interesting. If you've got multiple overlapping connectors, GPT needs to know what to prioritize. So the way you describe the tools matters. Those descriptions on your MCP server are like the internal language GPT learns. For example, if you write, use this tool to update sales leads in CRM, it will literally pick that one over others during inference. And because this is write access, OpenAI built in a major safety layer. Every tool call shows you the full JSON input and output before it does anything. You always have the final say unless you choose to let it remember. This is the kind of architecture that could eventually run inside humanoid agents. Think of one standing in your office, autonomously updating customer databases, handling onboarding processes, adjusting project timelines across tools like Monday.com and Notion, just through voice interaction. The implications are huge. Now, ByteDance, yes, the TikTok parent company, is pushing hard on the AI imaging front with their Seedream 4.0 model. The target? Google's Gemini 2.5 Flash image, nicknamed Nano Banana. ByteDance claims that Seedream 4.0 outperforms it across prompt adherence, alignment, and aesthetics on their internal benchmarks. There's no peer-reviewed report just yet, so treat it as a strong claim, not confirmed fact, but the positioning is aggressive. What Seedream 4.0 does is blend the image generation of Cream 3.0 with the editing capabilities of Seedit 3.0, and that combo is what's making noise. If you're building humanoid content or trying to generate visual assets for real-time simulation, this kind of generative tool that can adapt compositions quickly without wrecking structure, it's becoming essential, especially now that editing accuracy is getting praise from users, with changes from text prompts that don't mangle the original layout. Pricing is also part of the play here. Seedream 4.0 costs the same as its previous version, $30 per 1,000 generations domestically, and about 0.03 cents per image globally if you're using Fall.ai. Gemini's version, it floats closer to 0.039 cents, so ByteDance is clearly trying to undercut on price while claiming better quality. If you're building AI-generated environments or visual data sets for robotics training, speed matters, and ByteDance says their raw inference is now over 10 times faster than earlier versions. They're also pushing it hard into the ecosystem. On the consumer side, it's integrated into Gemini and Dupao, while the enterprise tier runs through Volcano Engine. The tool hasn't hit public leaderboards yet, but its predecessor Cream 3.0 sits around 5th for generation and 6th for editing, so there's a real benchmark to climb. Meanwhile, in the Chinese AI image space overall, things are heating up. Tencent, Kuaishou, they're all in. And now that AI-generated content has legal copyright recognition in China, plus mandatory labeling, it's starting to look like a formal content pipeline, especially when you're blending multi-reference workflows, like with ByteDance's video tool that mixes up to 7 reference images for about 9 cents per output. Google's Gemini can do up to 9 references, so there's real competition here depending on how image-heavy your pipeline is. Now, over in enterprise software, Adobe's not staying quiet either. They just pushed out general availability for their AI agents across the entire Experience Cloud stack. This isn't just Copilot branding or generative noise. It's built on the Experience Platform Agent Orchestrator, which uses decision science plus language models to interpret user intent and then kicks off the correct AI agent to meet a business objective.
So today I'm excited to announce the Adobe Experience Platform Agent Orchestrator. The Agent Orchestrator provides the foundation to enable you to unlock the full potential of agentic capabilities and deliver true one-on-one personalized experiences at scale. By building the Agent Orchestrator natively on AEP,
the current set of agents covers audience building, customer journey orchestration, site optimization, experimentation, product support, and data insights. They're embedded inside Adobe tools like Journey Optimizer, Customer Journey Analytics, Experience Manager, and the real-time CDP. Basically, they're already sitting on your data, and now they can act on it. And this isn't vaporware. Adobe says over 70% of their AE customers are already using the assistant layer. That means brands like Hershey, Lenovo, Merkle, and Wegmans are actually deploying these agents in production. Plus, Adobe's prepping tools like Agent Composer, SDK, and an agent registry, which lets teams tune AI behavior to match brand voice, policies, and even compliance frameworks. On the reasoning side, Adobe's approach is smart. The system uses what they call dynamic adaptive reasoning. Instead of matching intent to a fixed skill list, it adjusts the decision tree on the fly depending on how a customer's journey evolves. This is exactly the kind of backend that would empower future humanoid robots to navigate shifting tasks, adapt decisions in real time, and stay within legal or brand boundaries without needing constant oversight. And speaking of oversight, let's talk about Albania, where AI isn't just a tool now, it's a cabinet minister. Yeah, Albania just appointed Diela, an AI-generated bot, as the new Minister of Public Procurement. According to Prime Minister Edi Rama, who's starting his 4th term, Diela will manage and award all public tenders for government contracts. That's everything from infrastructure to logistics. And the idea is that she's immune to bribes, lobbying, or favoritism. Now, Diela isn't exactly new. She launched earlier this year as a virtual assistant on the e-Albania platform, where she helps citizens and businesses get state documents, voice commands, electronic stamps, all dressed in traditional Albanian attire. But now, she's getting serious responsibilities. It's the first time a non-human AI bot has been formally placed into a national government cabinet, not as a support tool, but as the actual head of procurement. Of course, there are concerns. The government didn't really detail how much human oversight exists over Diela or how they're protecting against potential manipulation of the system. And as expected, social media in Albania had some mixed reactions. One Facebook comment said, "Even Diela will be corrupted in Albania." Another joked, "Stealing will continue and Diela will be blamed." Still, it raises a key question. When humanoid AI becomes embedded in government, who's ultimately responsible? If these systems start automating decision-making on national scales, especially in countries with histories of corruption or instability, how do you build trust? Who audits the AI? Who intervenes when it goes off script? Whether it's OpenAI giving GPT tool control, ByteDance optimizing image generation and editing, Adobe embedding reasoning agents in real business stacks, or a national government appointing an AI bot as minister, this isn't just incremental tech, it's a structural shift in how decision-making, execution, and accountability work across society. And if we're looking at a near future where humanoid robots take on real autonomy, then these systems, MCP control layers, generative vision tools, agent orchestrators, and government-level AI are exactly what they'll be powered by. That's it for today's AI news. Make sure to hit subscribe, drop a like, and let me know what you think in the comments.